Everybody talks about food in Rome, but what about the water?
That's a good point.
And what about the bathroom?
In this video, we're going to show you how and where to drink water for free in Rome, and most importantly, where to pee when you gotta go.
Let's start with a bit of Roman genius. Did you know that ancient Rome was once called Regina Aquarum, Queen of the Waters?
That is so true. Since its foundation, water has played such an important role in Rome's identity. Imagine that since 312 BC and for the next 5 centuries, the Romans built 11 aqueducts, 11, giving Rome a huge amount of fresh water supply.
They learned from the Etruscans, the Phoenicians, the Greeks, but the Romans took things to a next level. Roman engineers were seriously skilled. They picked underground springs for their purity and steady flow, and they built entire systems. Just imagine tunnels with perfect slopes, stone arches, reservoirs, water tanks, and low-pressure pipes to manage everything.
You can still see the remains of these ancient aqueducts, like for example, look how cool this is. This is in Porta Maggiore. Then there's also one on the Appian Way and at the Parco degli Acquedotti. There is one that is still alive and flowing. It's called Acqua Virgo, and it dates back to the 19 BC, and you will never guess what it powers. The Trevi Fountain. I know, great, I knew that you knew it. And believe it or not, the water flows only by gravity underground. I mean, 19 BC, how cool is that?
Rome doesn't only rely on ancient aqueducts. There is a very important modern system called Peschiera Capore Aqueduct. It was built in the 1900s and completed in the 1980s. It stretches over 130 kilometers, it serves 54 towns, and imagine it delivers up to 14,000 liters of water per second. That's like 3,500 gallons per second, and it's one of the largest aqueducts in Europe.
The company that runs all the water in Rome is called Acea, and imagine that it runs over 1 million water quality tests every year. The water is so pure since it comes from protected mountain springs that it practically needs absolutely no treatment before it reaches your tap.
So now that you know how impressive the water system is, how do you actually get that water when you're exploring Rome?
Easy, you've got 2 awesome and totally free options. The first one is ta-da! The Nazone. The Nazone. This is the Nazone. This is what it looks like. And why is it called Nazone? Guess. Naso is nose. Nazone, big nose.
There are over 2,500 Nazoni across Rome. They run 24/7 to give you fresh, clean drinking water. Now, the story goes that the mayor of Rome in 1874 first installed these because he wanted to guarantee clean water to the public and improve hygiene. The first ones were in cast iron, and they looked a little different than the ones that you just saw. They had 3 dragon-shaped spouts.
Most of them have just 1 spout. You can find 3 ancient ones in Rome that have 3 spouts. Now, the material has changed during the years, but the shape has stayed the same. And this one here is by the Circo Massimo. Then we have another one that is in front of the Pantheon in Piazza della Rotonda. The Nazoni are the symbol of Rome. You find them in most of the piazzas, you find them on the side roads, and in summer, this is a lifesaver.
Now, you guys always ask, why is it always running? And that is a great question. The reason is because it keeps the water fresh and it prevents stagnation. Now, do you want to see how a local drinks from a Nazone? Now, look close. The spout has the main exit, but then there's a little secret hole on the top, and that's where we drink. So all you have to do is basically, you close the spout at the bottom and you drink from the little hole. Something that I always do is carry my bottle of water. So you're saving a whole bunch of plastic and you get cold water with you at all times.
I know what you're thinking. Isn't it gross to drink from something that everybody touches? Well, actually it is not, because the fact that the water is always flowing provides clean drinking water. Plus, we Romans have been using the Nazone for over 150 years, and look at us. We're healthy, we're hydrated, and we're happy. Plus, it's so refreshing.
And this is the second option. It's very cool. It's a water kiosk. It's called Casa dell'Acqua, and they are about 190 of them scattered all around Rome. Here, not only you get free water, but you can also choose whether you want it still or sparkling. And you know what? You can also charge your phone. And thanks to these Casa dell'Acqua, over 47 million liters of bottled water waste have been saved. Cheers.
The easiest way to know where your water is to download the app. It's really cool. It's called Aqua, and not only does it tell you where the Casa dell'Acqua are, but it also tells you where the Nazoni are. And listen carefully, it gives you the quality of the water you're drinking. I mean, how cool is that? You see, Rome is not about ancient ruins. We really know how to do our water right.
All right, so we've covered how to stay hydrated when you're out and about in Rome. Now comes the other side of the story, and it's a question that every traveler eventually asks. In Rome, how and where do you go if you need to pee?
Okay, so here's the deal. Yes, we do have public toilets in Rome, but you're going to find them mostly around the high touristy spots, so around the Vatican and around the Colosseum. You're not going to find them on every street corner.
And this is why the city has installed these kiosks. They're called pee stops. How cute is that? See them as tourist hubs. They're modern tourist hubs, and here you have a whole bunch of services. You have clean bathrooms, you can charge your phone, there's people here that you can ask information to, you can buy tickets. Bathrooms here cost €1 unless you have the Roma Pass, which is then for free. You can also buy a bundle of these passes, bathroom passes, and at a discounted rate. These pee stops are scattered all around the main piazzas of Rome. And the bathrooms are pretty clean because there is staff on site that cleans them regularly.
Let me show you how we locals do it. Okay, you walk into a bar. A bar is where we have coffee, it's not a pub, and you order something small. An espresso, pastry, something to snack on. And then after you finish having whatever you're having at the counter, you politely smile and you ask, "Posso usare il bagno, per favore?"
This is totally normal, and most places are happy to let you use their restroom. Now, just a little tip, always bring with you some tissues or wipes just in case there are some bathroom essentials missing. Oh, and consider this, that only places that actually have a seating area are required to offer a bathroom. The ones with stools or with counters are not obligated to have a bathroom that you can use.
Isn't Rome such a welcoming city? Now you've got all the local insights to do how we locals do.
Now you know how to drink free water, where to drink free water, and then most important, where to pee when nature calls.